Autumn has always been one of my favorite seasons. Crisp air, beautiful colors and misty mornings. And sometimes hunting for comets. Lately we've had a lot of clouds, but when there was a chance for some clear skies, I decided to try to capture Comet C2025 A6 Lemmon. As usual, I headed out to a dark area by the lakes where I live. Hi everyone, and welcome to another night out under the stars. Tonight I am going to hunt for the Comet C2025 A6 Lemmon, and I thought I would try to capture it both with my Tele lens and with some more wide-angle lens, and then we'll just have to see if there's also time for maybe some Milky Way photography as well. As you can see, it's a very clear, very beautiful night. There is no wind. It's about 0 degrees, so it's kind of cold. But so far the conditions look to be really, really nice. As you can also see, it's not quite dark yet, so I thought I would just try to set up as good as I can before it's completely dark, so that I don't waste any precious shooting time with the complete darkness. If everything goes well, I might be able to get some landscape images with the Comet, but my main focus for tonight will be to capture it with my 500mm Sigma lens. So let's go. It's clearly visible with the binoculars now. Wow. This is so great. You can see the comet. Whoops. You can see the comet very clearly, and you can also see its tail, almost the entire field of view of these binoculars. So it's, this is so good. Well, I gotta get started with setting up the AstroTrac and the Tele lens now. So I've been trying out the Move Shoot Move Nomad for a while now, and I'm really satisfied with that one so far. But for this I absolutely need my AstroTrac, because the lens itself is over 3 kilos, so that would be a complete overloading of the Move Shoot Move. So I'm gonna try to roughly polar align here with the AstroTrac, and then I will for sure need to fine-tune the polar alignment when I've got the camera and the lens on top of it, because it's so heavy it will shift the polar alignment. So let's see here now. One thing I do prefer on the AstroTrac compared to the Move Shoot Move is that the polar scope is better. There are markings and symbols that indicate which way you need to rotate it to get it perfect, and I really appreciate that. But of course I wish we could have the laser solution on the move shoot move like they do in many other countries, but that's not allowed. It's not legal here in Sweden, unfortunately. So let's see here now. This is my sturdiest ball head. Yeah, that's what always happens with that damned polar scope on the AstroTrac. It's kept in place with magnets, so it tends to slip out. There we go. This is such a beast of a lens. Yeah, something like that, I think. A little bit more forward. There we go. Now we just have to fine-tune the polar alignment. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm too stupid to do astrophotography. It's not easy to see Polaris when you have a Tele lens in the way. There we go. There, those are some nice stars. There we go. Okay, so time to see if I can capture some comet. Okay, so I'm trying out a few longer exposures now here with the Astro modified Canon 6D, and I shouldn't really be standing this close to the tripod because this ground here is not very stable, so I have found that when I move around I get trailing just by coming close to the tripod. So I've been trying out a few different exposure settings here. I've done 1 minute exposures, 30-second exposures, and 2-minute exposures, and so far 1 minute works fine, but 2 minutes is a bit overstretch. I'm gonna wait for this one to finish first. I think the comet is approaching now. The lower part of the sky where I could get it with my 50mm lens. That might be a bit too much. I'm going to do 1 minute exposures instead. I think I will switch to the 135mm lens and try to capture it closer to the ground. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to get a few shots of the comet closer to the skyline, to the tree line, to the horizon. And I think I will do that with the 135mm lens, but I think I might actually try to set up the move shoot move Nomad so that I can get tracked shots of the comet there as well. So I thought I would try to set up the move shoot move Nomad a bit further on and try a few shots with the 135 or maybe 85mm lens. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's see here now. I'm gonna stop this one so that I can use that camera. So I'm going to use this camera and this tripod for the Move Shoot Move Nomad. So let's get the wedge on it here. So there we go, and Allen Wallace V-mount. So I'm gonna try now with 135 millimeters. Just gonna switch on the. There we go, fully loaded. I'm gonna start by doing some focusing on brighter stars. There we go. Wait a minute, that's not a star, it's moving.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm too stupid to do astrophotography.
Wait a minute, what is this? Everything is moving. Well, it might help if I tighten down the ball head. There's quite a bit of haze forming now, both above the lake here and in the sky, so I think that might show up in the images quite a lot. There we go. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. This is such a nice comet. The stars look good, and that comet looks great. Do you know what? I'm actually going to take one exposure here now without tracking, so that I can get the foreground without a lot of motion blur, and then I will continue to do a few shots with the tracking for the comet. I'm trying to wrap up this night here now. What a beautiful night. It's completely still, there is no wind whatsoever, and these mists forming above the lake, it's just magical. Nights by the lake don't get much better than this. Well, what an amazing night. It's time for me to wrap up now. I've done what I came here for, and I'm so satisfied, because as far as I can see from the back of the camera screen, the images look absolutely awesome. I'm hoping the stars are sharp enough on the images with the Sigma 500mm Tele lens. But apart from that, I've got some amazing landscape images, time lapses, so this is just so great. This location is absolutely fantastic. The only negative part sometimes is that you have a lot of mist and moisture in the air above the lakes here, or by the lakes. But on a night like this, it actually turns out better, because I can capture the landscapes with the mists above the lake and all of this, so it's so great. So I really hope you liked following me here tonight, and that you will enjoy some of my images and time lapses. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.